Why, hello everyone. How are you today? So, I am at the store today. I was just coming to check stuff out. There's some new stuff to show off as they get closer to completion. But I said closer, I didn't say it's done. So, as you'll see as we walk through, there's still a lot to do, and I can show you some of the stuff that still has to happen before we actually get the building handed over to us for occupancy. But right now I am in my lovely vestibule. There is, I don't even know what this machine is. I think it's a lift. Oh, it's a scissor lift. So when they are outside and they have to get up to like reach things on the roof, that's where they do it from. But as you can see, our vestibule is done. And even little touches like the do not enter one-way automatic door, that sign has been put up. Automatic door signs, because our automatic doors are finally functional. So when you walk up, the doors open for you. And this is what I like to call a right-hand side shop store. So you go to the right. So you enter into the right. And as you can see, our equipment is now in place. You'll see this is going to be what is this? A cooler with all greens and veggies, really bright and vibrant. You have your cases where your bagged salads and your packs of spinach and things like that are all in here. Then we have a whole window wall. And as you'll see, oh, look at that, grocery carts. Our grocery carts have arrived. Our grocery carts are here of more produce. That dead ends into some orchard bins where we're likely going to have our root vegetables. These orchard bins came in from Wisconsin. I believe the company is C&S. And these, if you look closely, these are real wood. I'm running my hands along it, and you can actually feel the sanding. This is not particle board. This is not laminate. These are real wood orchard bins. And so we got some along the windows for the orchard walls, for the walls, and then I think somebody's trying to send me a message. And then we got the orchard bins that are, my dad's calling me, I'll call him later, that are in the center of the floor. And you want to know the great things about these? These are in place, but they're on wheels. Look. We can just move this thing around. We can configure them however we want to. So these are the bins where you're going to see the apples and displays and there's some good shelf stable produce like apples and pears. Oranges typically don't need to be refrigerated. And then we have one that has this metal and the drain in the middle, so you can put ice in here. You could do a big display of asparagus in here, or greens right in the middle to keep stuff cold. And I believe that there are, somewhere in the ceiling, there's actually somewhere in the ceiling up here, there's actually an electrical outlet. So we can, I think that might be it there, where you can, yes, this is in Chicago, Illinois, on the west side of Chicago. So we can plug in, if we need power, to one of these units. And then we have the smaller units in different colors. This is my red one, and once again, on wheels. So you can put it on this side. You can put it on this side. Just wherever you want it to go. And then the awesome thing also is that these display bins also have shelving, so we can set up shelves in them, so for more display on the side. So look, a lot of sneaky places to display product. And all of these bins come with these lovely shelving so that we can do something with that. What we're going to do with it, I have no idea. All right, let's keep going. That's Dan. Dan's the superintendent? Dan's the superintendent for Millhouse Construction. Hi, shout out to Millhouse. All right, so then this is our juicer. We can make juice with that, so fresh house-made juices. And another display for grab and go, like cut products, like cut fruit, salsas, dips, like all of the kind of like mildly processed value add produce items are gonna go in there. Then you have a window into our produce prep, so you can watch the team work and cut and chop. Another display cooler for like juices and platters and trays. What else do we got in here? Does anybody know what these are? Does anybody know what this wall is going to be? Can you guys hear me? You guys can probably hear a lot of noise in here because we're still on the construction site. Okay, I will get back to you. KX2 or KXLL. Does anybody know what this is? Nobody? Nobody. All right, so I'll give you a hint. If you can see what's in this wrapped package here. If you could see that. That's not a juicer. Nope, the juicer is back here. Juicer's back there. This is a gravity bin for bulk items, so like bulk nuts and grains and things. So this is the one. Let's see if I can lift it up. Let's see if I can lift it up so you can see. When you pull this and the product comes down and you put it in your bag and you weigh it and you take it to the cashier, that's what this whole wall is for. So it looks like we're going to have a really good variety of different kinds of bulk products for you to buy here. All right, so let's move on. We have my favorite carts. This is the carts I always grab when I go to the grocery store. We have our 2-tier carts. So smaller carts, you know, those big buggies. We have the big ones over there, but these are our 2 tiers with the top and the bottom. So you can put all your Spindrifts, because I'm a Spindrift junkie, on the bottom and your groceries in the top. And oh my gosh, they have even little cup holders for your drinks. Okay, so let's keep going. This is meat. So as you're coming along, you're going to see, I think this is like 20 feet, 16 feet, 20 feet, all meat as we come this way. And so packaged meat, chicken, what is that stuff called? Chicken, beef, pork, lunch meat cuts, all along this wall. So a pretty good selection of that we'll have. Then we have our grab and go cooler. So grab and go meals like wrapped sandwiches, like those like heat and eat pizzas, heat and eat stuff in there. This is a door of Frozen's. This is a freezer right across from my favorite department, which you can see in the reflection right behind me. Guess what department that is? Oh, service meat counter. Service meat counter. And the detail in this is so well thought out. From the pendant lights to, do you see that backsplash? Do you see that wall? The wall tiling? And then you have about 16 feet of service meat. So that's going to be all your value add meats, like your sausages, your kebabs, and then more self shop right in front of it. So that's pretty awesome. We got our shelving. Shelving's not up but we have the bases for shelving, so our grocery aisles right behind me. I have no idea. Somebody's alarm is going off.
Me.
So that's one aisle, two grocery aisles, three grocery aisles, and a half a grocery aisle. And then this is frozen food. So we have 15 doors of frozen. 15 doors of frozen. As you can see, this is why I say that the store is not done. We're getting closer. As you can see, there's still a lot of construction equipment in here. We were just talking to the electrical and refrigeration team. And then one more grocery aisle along this side. I'm going to quickly turn you this way as we walk back towards the back of the store because there was more I didn't show you back there. This is your refrigerated department. They are doing some retiling back here, but this is what the tile in this section looks like. You have, I believe, 6 doors across here for all your refrigerated stuff like yogurts, cookie dough, all your dough products, cheeses, and then here is where you're going to get like your refrigerated beverages like milk, creamer, all of that. And it's all really easy to shop, open doors, you can see. And as you can see, they're starting to do some of the decor. They've painted this wall. There's going to be a design on this wall that you're going to see as that comes together, but decor isn't quite there. Okay, so that's Maria, Women in the Trades. And Maria is the electrical lead on this project. And then that's John. John is with Zone Mechanical, and he is doing all of our refrigeration. This was this. Does anybody know what this is? Anybody? What does it look like this is to you? No? No answers? Hey Molly, hey Shalip, hey Deshawn. Yes, we have a kitchen. We have a full kitchen. So if we have a kitchen, what does that mean is going to be in the store? Hot food, prepared meals. Yes, so if you want to eat, this is the place to eat because we have it all. Like, there is nothing we can't do. Come see with me. This right here with all the junk on top. We got a deep fryer. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that the baskets were in. We have a deep fryer. We have a 4-burner range with an oven. Sorry, we have a combi oven, which basically lets you do, I don't know, all types of stuff. We have an industrial mixer. We have a rice cooker. There is, I think these are like refrigerated. Are these refrigerated drawers? I have no idea. I've never worked in a kitchen before. Never worked in a kitchen. Have no idea what this is. I think these are all like under counter refrigeration and storage. And we even have a hot service case. Hot. Look at that. Hot surface. It's not hot right now because it's not hooked up. But we will have prepared food. This is for rotisserie chickens and like hot grab and go meals. If you want to look behind the meat counter. So the meat counter and the prepared foods are right next to each other. So we got it all hooked up. So the food goes in here and the team serves you up here. All these prep tables so you can see the team working. Hand sinks because sanitation, super important. And I typically don't do this because I don't like to show the back of house, but I'm just super excited. So we're having a full meat department. Take a look back here. This is the meat prep area. We have a grinder, industrial grade grinder. We have a meat slicer. So we can do our own cuts of meat back here. And as you can see, with these insulated walls, this is actually going to be a refrigerated area to keep everything cold. This is the meat cooler area. And we even have a walk-in meat freezer. The freezer's not on, it's not cold in here, but this is our meat freezer. So lots and lots of storage area back here so we can offer a full service meat department in store. So not just that packaged meat section that I showed you earlier, but we also have, we'll be doing a lot of in-house cutting. Yeah. And then we can walk back here. You can see some of the back of the house. This is our scullery. As you can see, they've gotten our 3-compartment sink, health code. They say that this is a dishwasher. I don't believe them. This looks like no dishwasher I have ever seen in my life, but that's what they say. It's a dishwasher. I don't know how anybody washes dishes with that thing. So, you just caught a glimpse of Maria again, as I think she might be going back up into the ceiling. She's been in the ceiling a lot today. Hi, Betty. Okay, what else do we have going on here? Okay. Oh, this area of the store. So you've seen the prepared food, you've seen the meat. These doors are more refrigerated doors for refrigerated beverages. And not just refrigerated beverages, but cold beer, cold wine. Yes, we are planning to get a packaged retail goods license so that we can sell alcohol in the store like every other grocery store. You come off of here and you have a really great section for grab and go. We're going to do really great cheeses. Let me see if I have the racks, Betty. I'll check on that. I'll check on that in a second before I get distracted. So this is a grab and go display. It's going to be refrigerated. We can put stuff on top. I'm thinking some local baked goods, cakes, as well as on the bottom here, you could do cheeses, soups, sandwiches, whatever we want in this area here. It is getting really loud here. Really loud in here because I think they're vacuuming something. I have no idea what they're doing. And then this is the front of the store. We finally got our check stands in. Look at these check stands. Okay, so these check stands are I don't even know what the word is, like covered or whatever with wood. So we have wooden check stands. This is like old reclaimed wood. If you look at my hand, I'm going to get a splinter. So just be really careful here because these are actually wood, and it's awesome because it matches the floor. Look at that. The floor and the check stands kind of match, don't they? And this is so that's check stand 1, check stand 2, check stand 3. The customer service check stand is not up yet, so we don't have that millwork. But I absolutely love this front area. As you can see, there's shelving in here, so we can put shelves up. And this is where like you get your kind of like all the candy and stuff that you see at the end of the aisle as Dennis proceeds to continuously vacuum. Dennis does not care that I am on Instagram Live right now. Dennis does not care at all. Dennis is like dust to Instagram. Okay, so what I love is I just love these check stands. I could hang out in here all day. I probably won't because I have other work to do, but I think my cashiers are going to have like a really good time here. Like you kind of hang out, become buddies. There's drawers, there's everything they need. There's a lot of room to kind of spread your groceries out. I think this is like the bagging area. I don't know what this area right here is for, but we have some really cool check stands. You want to know what else I love about this store? I'll show you one of my favorite places in this store. And do you know what I hate is when I'm out in public and nature calls? I have a healthy fear You're really just vacuuming away, huh? I have a healthy fear of public restrooms, but not at 40 Acres Fresh Market. Okay, can I get the lights on in here? All right, guys, our restrooms are ready. Look at that. We have accessible bathrooms. And the best part of the bathrooms is we understand that some of you have short people with you. So we also put in a baby changing station, just in case you might need to change your little one. So we got one, drinking fountains. Oh my gosh, the drinking fountain has a water bottle filler. So you can fill your water bottle here. That's so cool. Okay, and second bathroom, is it vacant? Yes, it's vacant, no one's here. And let's just turn the light on. So we have the dark green and we have the light green bathroom. Mirrors, plugs, just a really clean, usable bathroom. And once again, changing tables because, you know, people have kids. I don't, but people do. Let's take a look at the back of the house, see how everything's going. So the flooring changes. You want this non-slip epoxy flooring. They've built our dock, our loading dock area. So this is where when the trucks come in, they unload and the stuff comes in on that scissor lift that you see. So that green thing actually has a scissor and it lifts up to meet the dock. So you can take stuff off the truck, bring it back down and take it through the back of house. Hi, Antonia. And yeah, we got a mop sink. Oh, this was really cool. I didn't even know we had one of these, but we got a floor scrubber to clean our floors. There's so much equipment. Can I just tell you that I did not pick out all of this equipment? I had no idea what I was doing. I hired a team. They're called Store Masters out of Wisconsin, and they just started buying stuff, ordering and buying stuff for this building. So this is what our back of house looks like. We got office for employees, for some of the managers. This is our compressor room. I don't really know what that means. I think that's like where all of the refrigeration gets hooked into. And so that big thing there is called the rack. Now, I always thought the rack would look something like the torture device that Wesley was on in The Princess Bride. That is not what a refrigeration rack looks like. We have another cooler back here. So, oh God, this door is heavy. This is our walk-in freezer. This thing is huge. It might be like the size of somebody's bedroom. It's really, really big. So walk-in freezer for food storage. Okay. As you can see, this wall is unfinished. We're waiting on ComEd to hook up our power so that we can pull out this old power. This is like the old power to the building. We have to upgrade the power. And all of this has to be torn out, covered, drywalled, but that has not happened yet. So as you can still see, there's still a good bit of work to do here. If you work here, there is a dedicated employee bathroom, just as nice as the others. No changing table because, well, I'm not expecting any babies to be working for me. I was going to hire my niece. She's 19 months, but God, she's a terrible worker. She's really lazy. She cries a lot, doesn't want to help, just thinks like, oh, I have to just do is sit here and be cute. It's like, no. I haven't fired her yet, but I'm about to. See? Bathroom, mirror. Okay. Dan and Marta are in the break room. And so if you work here, you get a sink, a nice little prep counters, lots of drawers for storage. The refrigerator's going to be over there. But yeah, like a good sized break room. Take your 15, take your 30, hang out back here. There, you can see the Millhouse team just working so hard on paperwork. as Dan's pretending to take notes on stuff. Okay, this is our big cooler. This is the big dairy cooler. Honestly, I think this is the size of a studio apartment in Chicago. It's ridiculous how big this space is. We got our milk racks. So as you can see, rear feed, you just put the milk on here and it just feeds down. Feeds down. You put it right up against the windows and then you guys grab it. You know what that does? It cuts down on labor. Cuts down on labor, cuts our costs. And oh look, it leads right into the scullery. We're back into the scullery where I showed you before. This is the dishwasher thing. I think there's racks for this dish. Actually, there are. I think Betty was talking about racks before. I think these are the racks that she was talking about that go with the dishwasher. I don't know. I've never worked one. I'm going to have to learn. So that's the store. That's the store top to bottom, front to back, back to front, however we did it. Anybody have any questions besides when are we opening? Because as you can see, like we still have a really long way to go. So I'll show you some things that'll show you we have a long way to go. So this is the meat display is in place, but as you can see, there's all these exposed wires and piping. We have an excellent security system, so if you see copper, it's not for you. But all the final hookups still have to happen. So this is not done. The kick plate on the bottom is not on. We have some other refrigeration units not hooked up yet. So there's that. You're going to see a lot of white walls still. So there's a lot. Will there be a fresh bakery? That is an excellent question. The answer is no. There's not going to be a dedicated fresh bakery. However, what I am thinking is there might be like one fresh baked item that we make on a regular basis. I was thinking something like cinnamon rolls on weekends, cookies or something we could do. But there are so many great local bakeries here in Chicago and on the West Side that what we would really love to do is give them an opportunity to showcase, to have their products in the store. So we can focus on produce, on meat, on prepared food. And Antonia, we were just talking about that. I'm going to get back to your question in 1 second, but we can focus on those departments and let the real stars of Chicago shine in bakery. So hope that helps. Okay. You are right. There's a ton of white walls. So our decor has not started yet. So these walls are not staying white. There's already a whole plan of like, I believe like wood cladding. There's like, okay, so can I just let you guys in on something? I love HGTV. And if anybody has ever watched, what is it, Fixer Upper with Chip and Joanna Gaines, you know that there's the one thing she loves, and that's shiplap. And she has transferred that love of shiplap onto me. So there's going to be a lot of shiplap walls here at 40 Acres. They just haven't started that part of the decor process. So they've done a lot of the painting, as you can see on the vestibule area, in the front area, but they haven't started all of the decor. So let me give you an example. This bulkhead above meat and above prepared food, that is going to have that's going to be painted. There's going to be, I think, like some type of wood or something. One says the butcher block. Obviously, that's the butcher, that's the meat. And then Meals by Mabel, or Mabel's Meals, is over here. Who is Mabel? Mabel is the 40 Acres mule. So let's see if I can just turn this around. Okay, so like 40 Acres Fresh Market, you see the mules there? The mule's always implied. Okay, anywho, hope you saw it. So she's our mascot, and Mabel is named after my great-grandmother, Mabel Wells. So the walls over here, there's going to be a large, like, some type of I think it's either I think it's either where there's going to be some type of like message on that wall there, or there's going to be some type of artwork. This wall is going to have a huge art piece on it. So yeah, the store is definitely not done. Once again, shout out to our Bow Truss ceilings. I love these ceilings here on this side of the store. Original architecture, original building. We decided not to put a drop ceiling in. We decided to restore the Bow Truss. And I think on one of these, you will see, oh yeah, that's the original truss sign. Is we made sure to preserve that and put that back on the bottom of the truss for what it is. Now, you do see a lot of white walls inside, and there is artistry planned, there's decor and design planned for those walls. However, I want to show you something, Antonia, so just stay with me. Let's head outside. God, I love these check stands. That wood, it sets everything off. Okay, so, oh, we're leaving, guys? Or you're leaving? They're here, and Maria's up in the ceiling. Okay, so as you can see, they are working on the exterior. They're working on the parking lot. The parking lot needs to be regraded and it needs asphalt. They've started putting up the light posts. You can see some fencing out there, but the thing I wanted to show you was this is our loading dock. So it's a stone tile and very neutral, very plain, very untouched. And so I was thinking to myself, and as you can see, there's sides to it, and look, oh God, look at that whole side. It almost looks like, oh God, a canvas for art. So I have very demure, yes, very demure, very, what's the other words they use? I love that one. So I think it just, to me, it screams canvas. It screams like, give me color, give me story, give me a scene. So if we were going to do like any additional artwork, this is the place that like my eye is drawn to first, because as you can see, like the siding, the building is so beautiful. And then you have, it's nice and it's lovely. And according to my architect, we spent a lot of money on it, but I just felt it could use some zhuzh. It could use some more, right? Very cutesy, yes. God, I love you guys. Thank you for playing along with me. So that is where I am thinking some local artistry could be really awesome. Also probably very expensive because that's a lot of space to cover. So we'll see what would be in budget. But I think it could just kind of set off the story of 40 acres of community. There's like a lot of cool things that you could do with that. And it would also be very much so kind of like a beacon. So as people drive by Chicago Avenue, it's something to look at from all angles, you know, coming from that angle, coming from the east going west, you could see the building, you could see that. So that's what I'm thinking, but no decisions made yet, as of yet. And if my architect is on this right now, she'd probably kill me for saying that, because she wants me to leave it alone, because yeah, she's very protective of her design. So yeah, that's the store. Once again, our lovely grocery carts are here. There's so much left to do, but a lot that has been done, and a lot of those like little final touches, a lot of the stuff that make it a grocery store is like, they're here, like they're starting to come together. Yes, will you carry products from local small businesses? As much as we can. So there's already some small businesses that I have in mind whose products I would love to carry in the store if they're ready for that. So it won't be like all It won't be all local because obviously, you'd have to have your national brands. You have to have private label. But I think that there's definitely going to be areas where we can like fit in local products, local vendors. I think one of the cool places we could do that is our meat department. For some like more premium cuts of meat, along with like affordable cuts and stuff, but just like kind of work with a couple of local farms to get some of their meat in here. Another really cool place to do that would be in beverages. See, I am waiting for the store to open because then I'll be on Chicago Avenue more, and then I'm going to go to TNC Fitness. So TNC Fitness is also on my radar. They're right up the street on Chicago Avenue. Guys, what's happening on Chicago Avenue right now is absolutely incredible. It's absolutely incredible what's happening on Chicago Avenue between the fitness club, the grocery store. They just broke ground on Batter and Berries, the restaurant, all on Chicago Avenue. Currently, my favorite coffee shop, shout out to Spill the Beans Coffee, Urban Essentials at Chicago and Lockwood. I think it's 5300 West Chicago Avenue. I am just so thrilled with what they do. I love their sandwiches, their coffee, their whole thing. I spend my days there. I'm actually heading there now after I get out of here, and I'm going to work there. So, hey, A. Smith for the Shy, just shoot us, just go to the link in bio where it goes to our website, and then there is a link for our email. Send us an email directly. We don't always check our DMs, so the best way is to just go directly to our website, hit contact, and contact us with any questions you have about getting into the store. So this is another section where we talk about local products. This is frozen. So I know that there's like several like black woman owned frozen like ice cream brands. One of my favorite frozen egg roll companies, egg rolls, etc. This is a really ripe department for those unique niche items by local Chicago businesses that I think is a department and like that has a lot of categories that can take those types of items. I believe, I don't know the whole layout of the store at this moment, but these shelves here, I am assuming we will likely use them for general merchandise, HBC, so health and beauty. So that'd be another department where there's a really opportunity to bring in some local artisans, local brands in here along with those national brands. So those would be a few sections of the store where I could see those coming into play more. Also, the one other section, remember when I showed you this display here, the grab and go? So what I would love is if like this top section, we would always have little clamshells of cake slices or baked goods from local artisans and local bakers. So those irresistible things, those things that people are like, I wasn't even planning on buying that, but it's here. I see it. I want it. I'm grabbing it. You're like your little Ariana Grande. I see it. I like it. I want it. I got it. That's a really good section for those types of things over here. So, yeah. Any other questions? Anything else anybody wants to see? I've seen a couple like new people have joined. So I love just being in here. It gets a little loud sometimes, but as you can see, it's kind of a mess in here. It's a little bit of a mess, but it actually looks like a grocery store now. Like gone are the days where I'm like, this will be this will be that. Unfortunately, at this time, we do not have a projected opening date because we don't know when certain things are happening with the final pieces of construction. So our projected opening was like, before I was thinking October of this year. Obviously, we are not opening in October. We're not even going to have a building handed over to us in October. So by this point, I'm just going to stop guessing and wait until they have a building that I have keys to. And then we'll work backwards from there from when we can open. So I know that's what everybody wants to know. Like, when is it opening? But I did want to show you, like, here's what it's looking like so far, and also give you an idea of like why it's not opening right around the corner, because you can see there's still so much work to do. Hi, Malika. How you doing, cuz? We're just walking the grocery store, hanging out. Exactly. You know something? I had thought that this store was going to open when I bought this building. I thought we were going to open at the end of 2020, early 2021. We would not have been ready then. It would not have been good for us to open then, because I wasn't ready. There's so much I know now that I just didn't know then. And then on top of that, like, it then took us another 3 years to get to design this space, to design it the way that it was meant to be, and then get a permit to actually build it. So we've been under construction for about a year now. And so at a certain point, I just stopped guessing about when it's going to happen. And whenever I think is the time has never been the time. So it's really, I almost say it's like it's not up to me. So when everybody asks, I'm like, why are you asking questions I don't know the answers to? And everybody's like, but you're the owner. Shouldn't you know when you're opening? And it's like, I have tried to guess a million times, and every time I try to guess, I have been wrong. I don't like being wrong. My cousin's on here. She'll know that, like, I'm kind of a know-it-all. I like being right. So if I can't be right, I just won't say anything at all. But, yeah. This is, like, I come by here a couple times a week, and even if there's no changes, I just love being in this space. I love thinking about how far it's come. If you live in the neighborhood and you remember that this used to be a Salvation Army thrift store, it looks nothing like that anymore. This is probably not the building you remember from even 1 year ago. It's really amazing how they've opened up the space. One of my favorite things is the number of windows we were able to get in here. Like, this is all structural work. Shout out to the architects, shout out to the engineers of opening up this space so it doesn't look like a prison. And so that the sunlight can come in, so that people can see out, people can see in. Once we get the paper off the windows, because right now we don't need people seeing in, because there's like stuff that, you know, there's a lot of expensive equipment in here. So you kind of want to keep it a little bit hidden. But it's just the transformation in this space has been absolutely incredible. This looks like a completely different building, and the amount of time, the team that came together to make this happen, everybody from, it's not just me, guys. Westside Health Authority has been an amazing development partner. Millhouse Construction, Leighton Design, Store Masters, Retail Planet. There have been a lot of phone calls, a lot of arguing, a lot of cussing, a lot of what the hell to get to this point. And it just shows the power of diverse teams. It shows the power that happens when really smart people get together and aren't afraid to be wrong, aren't afraid to make mistakes, aren't afraid to like change course, because this is not what it was originally going to look like. But taking that time got us to the best final product. So it's not done yet, but we are absolutely getting there. So we're getting closer every day. It's a small store. Like, I keep walking around and you're seeing the same things because it's only about 9,743 square feet. So it's not huge, but it's enough where you can do a full grocery shop here, right? Like, you're not going to have 80,000 different products. You're not going to have 80,000 different sizes, but you're going to have the things that you need. You're going to have your cereal, your dry goods, your refrigerated goods, your frozen goods. You're going to have meat. You're going to have prepared food. You're going to have all the things that you need to do a complete shop or a partial shop. Thank you so much. You're going to have, like, there's so much space to merchandise. There's so much that this store can fit and do. And there's also a lot of really flexible space that we can still that we can change up as like for seasonality, that this really is going to be your neighborhood store. You know, I'm going to say it again. I don't really care if you go to Costco, go to Jewel, stack up your cart, buy all the stuff there, right? You're going to get home and like 5 days later, you're going to be out of something because some of you have teenage sons and your teenage son is going to eat all of the grapes that you bought in like 24 hours. And you're going to be like, shit, there's no more grapes. Well, guess what? You don't have to go all the way back to Costco. You don't have to go all the way back to Jewel. You don't have to go all the way over to Oak Park or River Forest or, okay, see you later, Antonia, or somewhere else. You can just come right down the street in your neighborhood and pick up the things you need. You can fill in between trips, right? You don't have to plan your shopping anymore because it's going to be right here in your neighborhood, ready for you to just come in whenever. Let's say you don't feel like cooking. Guess what? There's a kitchen back there, prepared food. Grab your dinner here. So yeah, that's kind of like what we're going for here is that neighborhood store, that in and out. It has everything that you need, but you don't have to get everything at once. You are so welcome. Very happy to share this. It's the 27th and the 30th is on Monday, which means that's payday. So I actually have to do payroll for my staff now, but it was wonderful seeing everybody. Please do check out our website, check out our delivery service, check out the Austin Town Hall Farmers Market. This place isn't open yet, but 40 Acres Fresh Market as a business is. So don't wait for the store to open to shop with us. You can shop with us today. So see you next time. Bye, everyone.